Hi everyone! This is Alexandra in Cosmos, and today we'll talk about how to teach our kids environmental awareness from early age. If you are a subscriber to our channel already, you probably know that we do have a very strong eco-focus on our blog and in our videos. Oh, you don't know about the blog? Go to PerectDayToPlay.com. The link is under this video. Just click it. Read through our blog posts about family travel, outdoors, hiking with kids, and eco lifestyle. And subscribe to our newsletter. And if you're new to this channel, please do subscribe. We regularly post about beautiful British Columbia outdoors, kids-friendly hiking, family travel, as well as amazing family activities and learning experiences. And now let's talk about how we can teach our kids to be more environmentally focused from early age. My son Cosmos is 4 years old right now. We started pretty early. We started reading him stories and telling him about nature. We do hike every weekend around beautiful British Columbia, and I do post those videos on this channel, so you can check out the trails that we visited. And he's very interested in little things like rocks and leaves and little furry animals and birds, but also he started pointing out garbage on the trail, which is bad thing because there is garbage on the trail, but also it's a good thing for me because it tells me that my effort in bringing eco-awareness to his little mind actually paid off. And I started looking for ways to reinforce the message. So as a parent, I've done quite a bit of research, as well as I've done the full survey of Amazon and nearby bookstores. I was primarily looking for books which would be focused on protecting Mother Nature, protecting our planet, recycling, waste, air pollution, and such topics. I must say that there were not many available on hand in bookstores, but I was able to find quite a few on Amazon, and I'm going to be sharing my results with you. Before we go any further, I'd like to thank all of the authors who are introducing kids to the topics of environmental action and recycling, because without you, it would be very hard to explain, as these subjects are quite complex, right? Even for an adult. And now let's see what I have on my list of top choices. Our feedback is based on both my opinion as a parent as well as my son's, a 4-year-old toddler's opinion about how fun the books are. Some of the books I have on my list are quite recent as being written last year, but I do have some books which are quite old. I do have one book on my list which was written in 1971. What? 1971 environment? Yes. I will tell you which one it is at the end of the video, so keep watching. All of the books are available on Amazon. I will be listing them underneath this video. There's going to be links to Amazon store so you can purchase them or recommend them to your friends. And without further ado, let's move on and let's see what I have for you. All right. The first one is 1, 2, 3, Who is Cleaning the Sea by Janina Rossiter. This is a cool kids counting book about ocean pollution and the green action. So anything anyone can do to help reduce the ocean pollution. Really cool book. My son absolutely loves it. Just look at these beautiful illustrations right here. These little illustrations right here are a piece of art. At the age of 3, my son could recite the whole book by heart, and he can still remember. 1, 2, 3. Who do you see? I see creatures cleaning the sea. Okay. But why do they have to
clean?
What have they seen? Next. Oceans full of dirt and
Plastic.
Cleaning them would be
Fantastic.
Okay. The
sea turtles
brings
4 straws
for plastic straws, which she has picked up with her claws. And by
recycling
will be sure to keep our oceans
clean
and pure. So I strongly recommend this one if you have young kids. The second on our list is The Adventures of the Plastic Bottle by Alison. This is a super cool story, and it explains to young kids how a plastic bottle is being made starting from crude oil. And it is written in a form of a diary. I love this piece, right? So the crude oil is writing a diary, how it transitions from being a crude oil to getting into a ship, and then to a plant, you see, and how it becomes plastic. And it goes on to explain how a plastic bottle is being made, and then how it appears on the store shelf, and then all the way into the recycling process. Super cool book. My son loves it. It is written in a very fun way with a lot of humor. So if you have little kids, I think everyone would enjoy this book. The next one is by the same author, Alison, and it is quite similar, but this time it is The Adventures of Aluminum Can. The same idea here. Their aluminum can is being made starting with the box seed, which is in the ground, right? And it's written as a little diary. It explains all the way how see the can is being produced, and all the way into the recycling, how it used to be a can, right? And then it's taken to the recycling facility, and it ends up to be a baseball bat. Same. My son adores this book, and I strongly recommend this to anyone who has little kids, like 3 to 5 year olds. Super fun. The next one on our list is Not For Me Please, I Choose to Act Green by Maria Godsey. This is a quite recent book. It was written within the past, I think, a year or two, and it has super cool concept of each kid assuming the cape, right? The cape of a superhero. And through green action, like some steps that children can do day by day, they can help out Mother Nature and the planet, and they are going to be in fact superheroes saving the planet just by going through some little steps. So some of the examples of little actions that kids can take, for example, they can refuse a plastic straw at the cafe, or any straw, because any straw is garbage. You know, they can pick up garbage after themselves, and they can sort them through their recycling bins. They can say no to packaging when they take lunch to school, right? Because, you know, all of this packaging for the plastic bottle and plastic wrap, they create garbage, and you can choose to be using a reusable, recyclable packaging for your lunch. This book is very nicely written. It's written as a poem with a very strong call to action, and it is fun. I will recommend this book to anyone who has school-age kids. And for my 4-year-old son, he now starts to get the idea of choice, that he can choose to do certain things. Still, if your child is, well, 4 or 3 years old, maybe a little bit too early, but for kids who are 5, 6 or older, this is a perfect green book. So strongly recommend. Okay, let's see what else I got. Here is The Polar Bear Home by Lara Bergen. This book is about climate change. It talks about the effects of climate change on Arctic and the polar bears. It's written as a story told by a father to a daughter. They are adventuring outdoors, and you know, they come across these 2 polar bear cubs. And it goes into explaining why there is not enough ice now for polar bears to live on and hunt on, and right into the source or some sources of global warming and what it does to the environment, and some of the things that we should keep in mind when we are looking towards the future. And climate change is a very complex topic, and I won't be surprised if many adults are not quite understanding it yet in its completeness. At least, I must admit I may not have the full understanding of the topic myself, but I think the author done a pretty good job in really simplifying the concepts and explaining it to a kid, right? My son, again, Cosmos, is 4 years old right now. He likes the story. I wouldn't say that he understands it completely, but well, at least he is quite excited to read the book every time I read it to him. So I strongly recommend it. Another one on my list right here is What a Waste, written by Jess. This book here is for older kids. It is not for toddlers. I still got it because I think it is amazing. So once Cosmos is a little bit older, he will appreciate it. Why I love it? Because Jess goes in a lot of details about every single environmental topic. She discusses the resources, right? It goes through, you see, Earth resources and what comes from there. It's a very scientific book based on a lot of research, I could tell, but at the same time it's quite simplified for younger minds. So I would say school kids or high school age maybe children would benefit a lot from this book. For us, I'm going to put it on the shelf, and as soon as Cosmos is a little bit older, I will try to introduce him to this. But as a parent, I think this book is absolutely awesome, and I do recommend it. So, are you still curious to find out which book I've mentioned before from 1971 that I think is still very much relevant? Let me tell you right now. So I do have this book right here, right? Your favorite Dr. Seuss. It has all of the stories there written by Dr. Seuss. But one story in particular, right, is about the environment. And it is the Lorax. Okay. That story was written in 1971, as I mentioned. So this story is about gross resources mismanagement and environmental pollution. So it starts off with, presenting you with the paradise of her life. There were trees, and there were creatures, and there were water, and fish lived here. And then someone arrived on the site, what my son called a bad guy, arrived at the site and started a production of a goodie that was needed by someone, and as a result they cut out all of the trees, and they polluted the air, and they polluted the waters, and the whole land died out, and that bad guy who was producing the thing that needed by someone else ended up miserable as well, because once resources were gone, his income was gone as well. Once again, this story was written, 50 years ago? Yeah, almost 50 years ago, and it is still relevant. This concludes our list of the top picks of books that are available on Amazon and local bookstores with the topics of green action, environment, recycling, and other eco-focused topics. If you know any other authors or any other books that you want to recommend, just put it in the comment here. I do read all of the comments, and I'll be happy to check it out. And my son will be happy to check it out as well. I also have a blog post on my blog, PerectDayToPlay.com, listing our top choices of the eco books that I've been reviewing here. If you liked our video, please click the like button and also subscribe to our channel. We regularly post content here about hiking with kids activities, eco-friendly activities, and fun family learning, so you would never miss another episode.